It is time. We're on to week 4. We're on
Let's
to
go.
week 4 right now.
Let's do it.
College football and NFL. Starting off Thursday night, West Virginia at Virginia Tech, the Battle of Virginia.
I'm going to go West Virginia.
I'm also going West Virginia. West Virginia, I think, is like the biggest wild card for me, where they could win like 9 games or 5 games, and I could see that as realistic.
I agree. Yeah.
Coastal Carolina at Georgia State.
I'll go Coastal.
I'm gonna go Coastal. I think Coastal's primed for a really good season.
Yeah.
Chattanooga at Illinois. We go Illinois.
Illinois. Yeah.
Those are your Thursday night games. Now you have Friday. You have Virginia at Syracuse.
Syracuse. Give me Dino.
Syracuse.
Dino babes.
I'm gonna go Virginia.
But they don't have Rocky Dick and balls anymore.
They don't. But I think they're still in a really good spot. I still think they're a good team. Nevada at Air Force. Ooh.
Since it's at Air Force, I'm going to go with Air Force.
Yep. Yep. Boise State at UTEP.
Boise State.
I'm going to go Boise here. Maryland at Michigan.
Have we disagreed yet?
Yes, we disagreed on Virginia, Syracuse.
Okay, what month is this Maryland-Michigan game?
September 24th. I'm taking Maryland.
God damn it, I'm taking Maryland. I always pick against Michigan anyway, so
September,
there we go.
Maryland. Also, this is the game where people start recalling for Jim Harbaugh to get fired again.
Yeah, and losing to Maryland would be embarrassing, and John Harbaugh only does the embarrassing thing. So yeah, book it. Maryland wins.
Kent State at Georgia. I'm gonna go Georgia. This is on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. It should be on behind a paywall for snuff content. So Georgia.
Florida International at Western Kentucky.
Give me the airport.
Damn it. We're agreeing a lot this week. I'm going FIU as well. It's Texas Southern at UTSA.
Fucking meep. Yeah, of course. This just means we're gonna really disagree on the NFL schedule. That's usually how it works.
That's usually how it works out. Sacramento State at Colorado State. Give me CSU, Colorado State.
Sacramento State at Colorado State? Yeah, Colorado State.
UNLV at Utah State. I'm on Utah State there.
Give me the Runner Rebs.
Okay.
I know how bad they were. But I think they were trending up.
They were trending up at the end of the year. If this was at home, I might rock UNLV, but I think Utah State was also trending up near the end of the year. They looked pretty good.
Plus, they have the gigantic turnover slot machine,
which is awesome. That's
it
awesome.
Is. Yeah.
If any school should be paying under the table, it should be UNLV. They should be paying players under the table.
Paying their recruits some poker chips.
Yep. Florida Atlantic at Purdue. I'm gonna roll with Purdue.
Yeah, I'm gonna Purdue it also.
New Mexico at LSU.
New Mexico.
Another snuff film.
Just kidding. LSU.
LSU, baby. Western Michigan at San Jose State. Damn it.
Western Mich.
I'm taking Western Mich, but that's going to be a really tough one at San Jose State.
Maybe. I think traveling west. Yeah.
That's the factor for me is traveling west is always a hard factor. And I think San Jose State's up for a bounce back because they do not have one Nick Circle at quarterback.
That's right. The sky's the limit.
Marshall at Troy. This is a good game.
That will be a good game. I'm going to go Marshall. Troy. I'm going to go with the 5-minute Troy. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a disagreement. I'm going Marshall. UCLA at Colorado.
Give me the Buffs.
This is right when I'm in my thick. I'm predicting this for myself. This will be right when I'm in the thick of really believing in UCLA and on the hype for Dorian Thompson-Robinson for Heisman. I'm going to say UCLA gets this win, and then they let me down the next week probably.
I mean, probably, but
I'm on UCLA.
I'm gonna go Colorado. You're still
call it a week early. Okay.
Yeah.
TCU at SMU, baby.
This will be a good game. You have a new TCU coach for the first time in God knows how long. You still have it just SMU.
I'm gonna go SMU.
What is this for? The skillet or something like that?
Yeah, it's the Iron Skillet.
The Iron Skillet. I'll take TCU.
Okay. I like it. Hawaii at New Mexico State.
Hawaii.
Give me my Rainbow Warriors. Give me Hawaii. Florida at Tennessee. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I'm
gonna go Florida. I'm gonna go Florida.
I'm gonna take Tennessee, and I'm gonna pray to God that like throughout the season, Josh Heupel gets fatter, because the fatter he gets, the more I actually kind of want to root for Tennessee.
Okay. All right.
Missouri at Auburn.
Missouri.
This is tough.
That's hard. I'm rooting for the bomb.
I was really high on Missouri last year, and they burned me. I'm not making that mistake again. Give me Auburn. Missouri's going to be bad.
Okay.
Vanderbilt at Alabama. Speaking of snuff films.
Yeah. Dirty pig boy gets a victory.
Oh, he gets a victory, and then he gets the double victory when he gets home. Baylor at Iowa State. I'm rocking with the Bears.
Yeah, I don't know what Matt Campbell's going to roll out this year at all. Baylor's getting a lot of what they brought it. Baylor's getting a lot back. Yeah, Baylor.
I'm taking Baylor here. I'm with you. I think they're getting a lot.
Sexual assault Bible college. Yes.
I don't know what to think of Iowa State. I really like.
Yeah. No Breece Hall. No Brock Purdy.
Yeah, I'm really thinking they take a step back. Like
Yeah.
They're one of those schools like he needs to like they build up. Like give him another like in 3 years again they'll be competing for the Big 12 like title. But like once they lose that many people like years in a row, I don't think Iowa State's a reload school yet.
Yeah, you know what? What's interesting is I think that's the right fan base for that sort of thing to happen. They'll be like, okay.
The only thing they want is give us 1 or 2 big upsets and they'll be happy.
Yeah, 1 or 2 big upsets in a bowl game.
Yep. And they played for like some really good bowl games too.
Yeah.
Kansas State at Oklahoma.
Man, I don't know what to expect out of Oklahoma. You assume that they're going to be pretty good, but they lost like their entire team. Like their entire team left after Lincoln Riley.
They lost a lot. Kansas State loses their quarterback, but they replace him with one Adrian Martinez.
You have to think that Brent Venables. I mean, I feel like, you've had teams that were only built around offense. Now you bring in like the premier defensive coordinator. He's gonna have to completely rebuild that team. I'm going with Kansas State.
I'm also going Kansas State here.
Yeah.
Kansas State also historically plays Oklahoma really tough. Like they play these like good Big 12 teams tough. Yeah. I think they can get a dub here.
Ever since L. Roberson and Darren Sproles.
Damn right. Texas at Texas Tech is next.
Texas Tech.
I'm on Texas. I'm not super high on Tech.
I don't care.
I hope to God you're right.
Yeah.
But my head won't let me. Middle Tennessee at Miami at Florida. I'm gonna go Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arizona at Cal.
Give me Arizona.
I'm gonna go Berkeley. I'm gonna go Cal. That's not like a huge upset, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Cal.
Yeah.
Oregon at Washington State. New head coach at Oregon.
Yeah. Who do you have at Washington? The interim became the head at Washington State.
I think they still play for him. I'm gonna go Washington State here.
Okay, I'm with you.
Stanford at Washington.
Stanford.
I'm gonna go Washington. I can't back Stanford. I'm sorry.
Okay.
USC at Oregon State. Now, does Oregon State become Lincoln Riley's Iowa State?
I'm going Oregon State.
I'm gonna go Oregon State too. I think this will be USC's like first roadblock, their first stumbling point.
There we go.
Bowling Green at Mississippi State.
Mississippi
State. Utah at Arizona State.
Utah.
I'm gonna go Arizona State here. This is where we're starting to disagree now.
Play to win the game. Yeah, as soon as you get west of the Rockies is when we start thinking some crazy shit's gonna happen. You know.
North Texas at Memphis. This will be a high flying game. Give me North Texas though.
Yes, they mean and they green and they cantankerous as hell. Give me the mean green.
Wisconsin at Ohio State. I'm going to Ohio State here, and I'm going to Ohio State
Uh,
fairly comfortably.
yeah, I think so too.
I think I'm not going to be like breaking any way of saying this. Ohio State's my pick to win the national championship this year.
Mm, I hate that. I hate everything that
I
you just
mean,
said.
I hate it, but like, who else are you going to pick?
I mean, that's a good point, but
It's like
also,
them or
all
Alabama.
right, right. Hold on. I mean, we're in a new day of football with the transfer portal with NIL. Like, who's to say that someone else didn't like under the radar put together just like a badass team that could challenge everybody? Is to say that's bullshit.
I'm
That
trying
yeah,
to
it's
think
probably
like the only other
for Ohio
like the
State.
big transfer portal team is like USC, and not a fucking chance is USC play. Not let alone I don't even think USC is playing in the playoffs to get even close to the odds that they're getting. And like Alabama is the favorite.
The
Georgia's
thing
up
with
there, but I don't think
the,
Georgia repeats because that
the th-
defense isn't going to be the same. And I
the
don't think
thing with
Clemson's going to be good
USC
enough.
was that USC wasn't at all like devoid of talent, and so like I don't know, like I feel
True, but
like
I don't
US
think like even if they make the playoffs, I don't think Lincoln Riley's like a national championship coach. Like he was
no.
like those Oklahoma teams were super talented.
Yeah,
And
let's think of him that team just falling apart against that Baker Mayfield team falling apart against Georgia
even
a
then
few
that
years
like that
ago.
game was super competitive. That was a close game, but like
Yeah,
the other times when they played LSU, and yeah, that LSU team was insane.
yeah.
But like the other time where they played Alabama, they to be fair to them, to those Oklahoma teams, they did have to go up against like two of the most dominant offenses that we've ever seen.
And they had to go against Saban with more than 1 week to prepare.
Yeah,
With more than 7 days to prepare is the most just the dirtiest motherfucker out there.
it's
Dirty,
it's
dirty pig boy.
it's really dirty.
Dirty pig boy.
Next
Dirty
game though
pig
is
boy.
Iowa at Rutgers. I'm gonna go Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to pull the trigger there, but I
He
couldn't.
plays, dude.
Iowa.
They play too clean. Like Iowa, like they'll beat the bad teams just by not making mistakes.
They beat, a lot of teams by fielding 11 tight ends at one time.
It works. It works
Yeah.
sometimes, especially when you don't like. The only time it doesn't work is if you're in a bowl game and you decide to punt while you're up and it's a 4th and inches. You
Yeah, tight
fucking
ends aren't
coward.
great. Tight ends aren't great at punting either.
God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Minnesota at Michigan State. This is a tough one.
Minnesota, row the boat. Because aren't they getting Ibrahim back?
Yeah, he's coming back. I'm gonna go Minnesota as well. I think he's a big factor.
Yeah.
Boston College at Florida State.
Florida State.
Give me the Eagles, baby.
Okay.
Give me Boston
That's
College.
a shot worth taking. I agree. Go for it. I approve that.
Speaking of which, Clemson at Wake Forest.
Wake. Quake for
Baby.
Wake.
Give me Wake. Give me Wake. And if this happens, we will have one Jabari Williams on to talk about because he's a Wake Forest guy. He went
That's
to
what I'm
Wake
talking about
Forest.
right there. Yeah. Hell yes.
Navy at ECU. Oh, this is another tough one.
Navy. Give me Navy. Listen, man.
I'm gonna go Navy.
That guy doesn't usually have multiple bad seasons, so he's coming
I
off
feel
of
like we've
two
been saying
straight.
that for like 3 or 4 years in a row now.
He's coming off of two straight. He's coming off of two straight. So he's not gonna have a third.
Buffalo at I'm with you on Navy, by the way. Buffalo at Eastern Michigan.
Eastern.
EMU, baby. I'm working on a directional mesh hype video, by the way.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Eastern Mich.
Feel the directional niches. Yeah. Go Eastern
Arkansas
Mich.
State at ODU.
Wolves
Arkansas
up.
State.
Arkansas State. Fun Belt.
James Madison at Appalachian State. This
Man, I really think that James Madison is going to make some noise. I really do, but I also think it's really tough to play in Boone, North Carolina at Appalachian State.
That's a super tough place to play.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go App State, but I probably would bet JMU to cover though.
I'm going App State as well. Another since I was just talking about him, Jabari Williams. They played at App State when he was at Wake. He got spit on by a fan.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
They were going into the locker room at halftime, and a fan spit on him, and then he just mentioned he blacked out, and next thing he remembers, he was being like drug off the fan by his teammates.
Yeah.
So him and 2 strength coaches for Wake Forest jumped in the stands and just started beating ass.
That's how things go in Appalachia. I can say that confidently because I've been rewatching Justified, and
Nice.
it's the same neck of the woods.
Oh, that's a great show too.
Yep.
Louisiana at ULM.
ULM still has Boogie Knight, right?
They do, and it's a new head coach for Louisiana.
Yeah, and you still got Terry Bowden at ULM, though you don't have Rich Rod anymore. I'm still riding the Boogie Night train.
Where did
Give me
Rich
Boogie
Rod
Night.
go again?
I don't remember, but I think he took his son with him.
I'm gonna look this up, but I'm also gonna go.
He went to HBCU. Is he with Dion now?
Yep. At
Jackson
no,
State?
no, no. Dion's at Jackson State, right?
Yeah.
Or is it Jacksonville?
No, he's at Jackson State.
Yeah, Rich Rod's at Jacksonville State.
Okay.
The real Gamecocks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a defensive. What the fuck is his position there?
Defensive quality control coordinator.
No, what the fuck kind of thing is that?
This can't be the same Rich Rodriguez.
Oh, he played D-back in college.
Oh, but he's always been an offensive coach. Okay, all right. Are you sure this is Richard W. Rodriguez, or are you looking at Richard J. Rodriguez, or is it Richard Q. Rodriguez?
No, this is the Rich Rod.
Huh. Interesting. Just reinventing himself.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a brain tumor.
Let me see. No, he's the head coach.
Okay.
He's the head coach. He's the head coach. I'm just stupid. He's the head coach. I'm just really dumb. But yeah.
I remember my first time using Wikipedia.
Notre Dame at North Carolina.
North Carolina. No.
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
La Tech at South Alabama. I'm going to go USA. I'm also going to bet. I'm going to just say it right now. I'm going to be betting the over in this game, probably.
I'm going to go USA too. La Tech was bad last year.
They were real bad. And USA is pretty decent. They're like a 5-7, 6-6 team every year consistently.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Fordham at Ohio.
Ohio.
I'm rolling the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Shout out Bobcat graduate Nathan Rourke for having a fucking great opening week of the CFL.
All right.
He balled the fuck out. Also, he's from Canada. Didn't know that until this week.
What you knew about that?
Up next we have Indiana at Cincinnati. I'm gonna take Cincinnati in that one.
I agree.
Even though I think Desmond Ridder did play a major factor in Cincinnati's success, I still think Cincinnati's a better team than Indiana.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Arkansas versus Texas A&M. Quote unquote neutral site at Arlington.
You realize that we don't have a true road game until the second week of October?
That's weird.
Yeah. We get Cincinnati at home. We get South Carolina at home.
This is basically a road game, though.
We get Missouri State at home. We get neutral game. I mean, I think it's about as neutral as it gets, though, whenever you see the composition of that crowd.
Yeah, because Arlington, like, how far is Arlington? How far is that from, like,
it's like a 5-hour drive at most.
That ain't too bad. That's not too bad.
It's not. No, it's very, I mean, it's very, and plus you have to consider a lot of Arkansas students themselves have family in the DFW. Like, a lot of Arkansas students come from Dallas.
Like, the fact that you're going to, like, Central Texas, because Houston's all the way down in, like, Eastern Texas, you're kind of driving, like, a similar distance. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, they call it a neutral site. It feels like a true neutral site. It's a pretty even crowd. You know, it's almost like cocktail party kind of split. So I mean, of course I'm picking Arkansas here because one, we have A&M's number. We know it, and two, fuck A&M, fuck Texas in general.
Yeah, fuck A&M for sure. This was kind of like a really close game last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But it's always a close game, no matter what team is good or what team is bad. Since the Petrino days, it's always been a really close game.
I will tell you for a fact, I bet Texas A&M is going to be favored in this game because people seem to be really high on them this year. I am going to be rolling Arkansas to get the upset and to easily cover. Texas A&M, they're going to win 9-10 games tops.
I agree.
Sorry, but that's just your fate, Texas A&M. Ball State at Georgia Southern. I'm gonna take
Give me the
Georgia
fighting
Southern.
Dave. I'm gonna go with the fighting David Letterman's.
I like it. I'm taking Georgia Southern. Central Michigan at Penn State. Make it happen, please.
Central Mich.
Please.
Where's
God
your
damn it, I want to
direction?
will it.
Penn State.
Give me Central Michigan, but
That's right.
I think
Goddamn
Penn
right.
State gets that dub, but I really
Shut
want
up.
Central Michigan
You
to
shut
win.
your whore mouth.
I'm gonna will this. The
You shut your
Chippewas
fucking
will
mouth.
have a fucking breakout year. They'll be the next directional Mich to go undefeated.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
We can't pick every directional Mich to go undefeated because they play each other.
Yeah, so we say Central Mich overall. We fire up Chips.
I think we fire up Chips this year.
Let's fire up Chips.
Fuck yeah, I'm down. Charlotte at South Carolina.
Give me the clit.
I'm taking the game. It's the clit versus the cocks. I'm taking the cock, baby. This is our most sexual episode, I think.
This is by far. Yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, no, wait. Give me.
I'm taking South Carolina.
Yeah, I'll take South Carolina.
Duke at Kansas. Boy, howdy, is this a shit game?
Give me Kansas.
I'm taking Kansas. I think Kansas isn't. Strangely enough, who would have thought that like 5 years ago? It's like Kansas is in a better spot than Duke after David Cutcliffe has like been making Duke what they were.
Dude.
Duke's real bad.
Yeah.
Give me Kansas. UMass at Temple. I'm gonna take Temple.
I'm gonna take Temple also.
Georgia Tech at UCF. I'm going to take UCF.
Georgia Tech.
I knew you were going to take Georgia Tech. That was an easy one.
Gus Malzahn shall not win.
Houston Baptist at Texas State.
Texas State.
Give me Texas State. Miami of Ohio at Northwestern.
Northwestern.
Oh, maybe not. I'm going to take Miami.
All right.
Northwestern drops these weird games, and then they'll like beat someone they have no right to beat. Give me Miami. NIU at Kentucky.
NIU.
I'm going to take Kentucky. I think NIU's luck ran out. They used up a lot of luck last year, and they're not.
Bruce doesn't need luck.
I still think they're going to be a really good MAC team, but they got really lucky with like their one-score games.
Yeah, they did.
Rice,
but I'm on a mission.
Rice at Houston.
Houston.
I'm going to go Houston. Southern Miss at Tulane. I'm going to go
Tulane.
Tulsa at Ole Miss. This could be a fun game. I'm going to go Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah.
UConn at NC State. Give me NC State. Give me the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
USF at Louisville. I'm going to go Louisville.
Yeah.
Wyoming at BYU could be interesting, but I'm going to roll BYU. I actually expect pretty big things out of BYU this year.
I do too. That's actually one of the. I'm going to pick Arkansas to go 12-0 on here, but I think in reality, I think that's one of Arkansas's losses this year is when they go to BYU.
It could. It very well could. They're going to be a really good team.
Yep.
Rhode Island at Pitt. I'm going to roll Pitt. Like I think Pitt takes a step back, but they're not going to be that bad.
I completely forgot that Rhode Island was a state, so give me Pitt.
Yeah, I think it's like a tax haven state, isn't it?
That and Delaware, I completely forget that they exist. Also, like the Dakotas. I often forget that the Dakotas exist. I understand if you don't because
they're right next to me.
They're right next to you, and it'd be like me forgetting that like Texas or like Tennessee exists. But still, I sometimes forget the Dakotas exist.
You can forget about Tennessee. It's fine.
Yeah, all right.
Toledo at San Diego State. I'm going to go SDSU.
I'm going to agree with you, even though the best player in San Diego State went to the pros.
It's true. Akron at Libibity.
Akron.
I'm going to go Libibity. Libibity gets the dub. I feel like we agreed a lot.
We did. Then we switched it up with my own.
Part of it. There was a good part of it where we didn't.
My own personal grudges.